Hey, all right. Sorry, live chat is currently unavailable. Huh. Okay, let's see if I'm live or not, and we'll take it from there. So, trying to do a mic check here. YouTube's is not responsive right now. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Am I live? YouTube's is not responsive right now. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good. Okay, sounds like I'm up. And volume is good there. Chat is down though, so I'm going to have to extract, pop out chat, because that's what we do when we gotta. And then we'll get started here in a moment, folks. Hold on. We'll get rolling. So let's do copy here. Okay, cool. So hey, some technical issues here right off the bat, but welcome to the mix. Yo, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, and I publish them online. And I have been focusing attention on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition here for a number of years. And I think I started, back in 2017, I started creating content for 5th edition. When the Ravnica setting came out, there was I had thought that there would be a color mana system that Wizards would introduce for use in D&D because they were starting to import Magic the Gathering projects into D&D. But when that didn't happen, I started building stuff. I've been a DM for about 35 years, and I hadn't created since 2017. I started doing 5th edition. I haven't created an official adventure yet. So that's what we're doing here. We are creating an adventure called Crystals of Mabar. It is the Eberron has been my favorite setting pretty much since its release in 3rd edition. So it's I've gotten to the point where I can actually create adventure content and publish it and make it look good. So that's what we're doing right now with the Crystals of Mabar. So give me a second here to reorder my windows here real fast. I just posted I'm on the X Twitter platform. If you're still there, you can follow me at Phil Kearney. And best way to support the channel is to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications of when I'm live in the future. And the full playlist, this book cover here that we have, I'm gonna spend some time here soon and change the font, because that's kind of a placeholder that shouldn't remain. I want to study the fonts that are on the actual 3rd edition adventures and see what I can do to duplicate that font with this. So that's going to be an upcoming project. The full playlist, though, is here. This is around episode 40 where we were creating this cover. You can see the full 200 episodes here in the playlist of us making maps, designing dungeons, talking through the mechanics, and creating tons of tokens. And for those that have been on my channel a lot, that have been interested, the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration book is published on DMsGuild. It has an extensive free preview that you can look at the entire damn book if you are interested. And if you decide to pick it up, there's over 100 tokens of maps, tokens, a tracking sheet, system maps, and all the tools to build those things that are included with the adventure, or with the supplement. It's the first 80 pages is combat, exploration, and spellcasting mechanics for ships using 5e mechanics at the 50 and 500 foot scale of combat instead of just a 5-foot scale of combat. And then the last 25 pages is a conversion guide for the Light of Zaraxis itself. Let's click into here. Converting Light of Zaraxis. The last 25 pages is a conversion guide for using all these mechanics to change how you run Light of Zaraxis, to have ship combat, and to lean into the large scale of battles that we're capable of. These are 50-foot squares. That's Topla's tower occupying a 100-foot space. So, and this is the Omama scavenger hunt that gains you favor with Topla, for example. So, spoiler alerts, yo. There's also a random system generator in Wildspace, but this is an Eberron stream. But I used, just for those that are interested, if you check out on the Eberron Discord, I have a channel up for the Eberron Spelljammer Asteroid Belt campaign that I've started with my home table since launching this this book. So this is just published, and our campaign is about a month in. I'll keep you guys updated on the Eberron Discord threads. So let's get this out of the way. Crystals of Mabar. It is an undead themed adventure that takes place in Karnath. Lots of undead, lots of zombies, lots of death, lots of good times. So I'm just gonna keep. This is a shambling mound that we are infecting with all the different plant life. Let's go look and see. There's a number of different types of plants that we created. The adventure takes place in an artificially sustained manifest zone to Mabar in the Carnwood, designed to create a permanent portal between Mabar and Eberron, for the sake of terraforming the environment inside of the manifest zone, so that you can collect crystals, a gritty, soily, dry, crystally, like Folger's crystals type of substance that can be ground up and created into various alchemical compositions, but it can also be used as a focus for darkness and undead rituals. So it has a lot of use. So here's some of the different plants that will show up in the manifest zone that we are in the process of covering this shambling mound with. So, without further ado, we're broken hard now, brain hurt good. We're just gonna sketch and let the muse do what she wants to do. This is what I love the most about creating supplements and projects for Dungeons and Dragons, or anything in general, is the opportunity to be my own art director and just to create stuff. It's a lot of fun. I've been painting since for like 30. For as long as I've been DMing, I've been painting. DMing and art pretty much fired up for me at the same time, and one fed the other. The amount of fantasy illustrations that I absorbed in my youth while getting into D&D was fill a library, and it all fueled ideas and imagination for new campaigns that I, as a fledgling DM, would be able to potentially run if only I could find anyone to fucking play with. So for the first 2 years of me being a D&D enthusiast, I didn't really have a table at all. I eventually acquired one. Hold on. I started getting a stable table in later in high school, and I basically got adopted by the McCracken family, good folks, and oops, wrong color. They had a slew of sons that were all of age to play D&D, so I had an entire table of kids that basically lived under the same roof, and I'd go over and sleep over for the weekend, and we'd just play tons of D&D and wake their parents up at night and get yelled at like kids should. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But that was throughout my high school, and then I immediately hooked in with a team of D&D enthusiasts in college, and started nerding out at a large scale. This is where I'm supposed to be, right here. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Let's see. I'm going to be merging this whole thing down fairly soon. It's just about where we are at in the process. I just want to get some more color in. Just the legs down here. I'm coloring underneath the line art for now, which makes it easy for me to, you know, paint by color, as it were. But then we're going to fuse the whole thing together here in a moment, and be able to pick at it just a little bit more, and a little bit more thoroughly integrate everything. There we go. I'm still decompressing from the Spelljammer book, and I'll be talking about that probably for a while. Hoy boy, that book is cool as shit. Something weird happened. Why is that mess all messy? Where are you? What did I do? What did you do? What did you do, Kearney? Okay, it's in here somewhere. There it is. Jeez, how did I miss that? Drop this down? Further? What, the line art is all the way down here? Trouble at the well, Tommy? Alright, well, it is what it is. Let's see, what's next? There it is. Okay, cool. Normally, okay, so I typically stream about 10 times per week, Monday through Friday in the morning like this, doing token art. Monday and Thursday nights, I'll have a B project. And then on weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, I work on whatever DM stuff I'm doing, like whatever campaign I'm developing, or side tools that are being built for a campaign, or whatever it is I got going on. That's kind of a development workbench. And then on Saturday I have basically a commission or personal project side bench that I workbench that I work things on the side. And you know what? I think this is good enough for me to lock all this shit down. So I'm going to stack all this, duplicate this layer here, merge it down, conceal that one, rebuild the folder to color. There we go. And now we have a single layer here that I can just cut through in a single swath. That's going to let me manipulate the lines a little bit better for me to create some more space. And then yeah, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays is typically when I do lunch, but I also have a D&D table that I run at the office, my day job, and that is typically on Wednesdays. So it falls obviously in a day that I don't stream during lunchtime, but our work week is getting scuttled. So I am going to be DMing today, which means there won't be a stream today. And if possible, I'll make up for it tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to or not, honestly. Thursdays I do not stream, so I might have to, if I can't find a way to free up time on my Thursday to continue streaming, I'll be back on Friday for the Magic the Gathering Land Hazards Conversion Project. Drop into here, push up the. Hey, I want to grab this wedge tool. Let's do some cleanup around the edges down here before we drop a shadow in. come through and mess with all this stuff. Let's trim off some of that outline a little bit. Thin up the branches some. There we go. Massive emotional fallout from completing a book. It's severe post-mortem. For the past 19 months, I've been on stream basically talking about that Spelljammer book, and now that it's published, I'm shifting gears, and it's also shifting my identity. So my Thursday and my Monday-Thursday night project and possibly Saturday workbench will continue to be Spelljammer for the foreseeable future. There's a number of side supplemental projects that I wanted to build that I couldn't until the combat and exploration book was done, because it provides the core mechanics for me to further build other tools, like I can do a docent war golem book now that I have the basic fightercraft language out to further supplement the orbital ship campaign that I'm building for my team to have. I love docents. To me, they're just like they're little essence, little chunks of essence that are built into like little AI units that you can plug into machinery to give them sentience to go do. So, from my perspective, Warforged, the medium size, or from 3rd edition, the small size scout bodies that they have is just one of any number of different forms that a Warforged can take. Because the actual soul of the Warforged is in the docent. So you can extract a docent and have its information. So when you have a docent that you equip in your gear, you're basically just adding an AI unit to your to whatever that weapon is or equipment is. So in Spelljammer, if you're using war golems, then your Warforged character can basically extract from their normal medium-size interactive frame and take on these massive war titans of scaling size 50, 500 feet, however big you want to make them. The larger they are, the more docents you can have networking together to as like a linked helm sort of idea to empower and operate these larger machines, which is a very fun concept. But again, I needed to get the Spelljammer book published so that we have the basic mechanics for like the scaling and stats for large scale vehicles and combatants. So now that I have that published, I can start leaning into a Warforged. What am I going to call it? Docent war machines or something like that. So another Spelljammer Eberron crossover type idea. Fun. Do this here. That will be a cool book. We already have all the mechanics in place. Now I just got to spell them out. So that's what we'll do. Add in some heavy shadow down here to help pull this away from the rest of the body mass. That darken up inside there. Darken up inside of here. Again, I'm going to pull this away from the rest of the body. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I like that. I like how that's sliding around. Push that back, pull that forward. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Do the same over here. I like that. I like the lighting on that. The texture. Clean that up a stitch. Break these things up into little plates. The line weight really helps differentiate one form for another within the mass. There we go. Yeah, no complaint. Just follow the contours, embellish the little dark bits to really become more. I spy with my eyes somebody in chat. What's up? Hey, Internetico, it's good to see you, my guy. Hold on, let me see if I can zoom in here. I have to, if I'm going to zoom in, I have to zoom in here, which causes the text over here. Ooh, that's not bad. Maybe I'll just start using this window all the time. Hey, my guy, how you doing? Hey, my guy, how you doing? Near. Did the complimentary copy of the Spelljammer book come through to you? I don't get confirmation that it comes through. Yeah. That's really grabbing you, ain't it? Glad to hear it. Yeah. That's really grabbing you, ain't it? Glad to hear it. It goes to your email, the email that you gave me. Let me know when you check it. Let me know if it didn't come through. If it didn't, then I'll send out. I guess I'll try to send it again. Yeah, I'm not sure why either. Okay, I'll check around to see if I'll send it to you again. I'll catch you on Discord to see, make sure I have the right email address for you, and then I will try again. Oh, good. Well, there you go. Enjoy. Oh, right on. Oop, timer. Click that over. I think this guy's looking pretty good. I don't know if I really need to do much more with him. Might just move on to the next piece. Yeah, already want to build the mecha book. I don't know if I want to build mecha sidekicks or something else first, but I need to my Mondays and Thursday nights will be converting to the next side piece. Using combat and exploration as a flagship, I'll be building expansions and extensions of it. That feels pretty good. I think I don't think I need to take this guy really any further than this. That feels pretty good. Oh, I should probably add some fluffage on the ground. That down, just pick at this as a structure. Sprigs out like that. Boy, I'm really leaning into that picture. Pull your face out, Kearney. There we go. That looks pretty good. I feel like I can embellish it a little bit more. Volpina up inside his gums there. Not bad. Let's duplicate that layer, and then filter. Let's make some Gaussian blur out of that. I like that. I think that's great. All right, cool. So let's we're gonna call you done for now, buddy. Shambling Mound. Lock that up. Pull that to the top of the mix. Shadow, Shambling. There we go. Now we're down to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got D8 creatures left to work on. So let's go grab here, and we'll go to random.org. What's the fuss about true randomness? Who knows? I don't have a fuss about true randomness. I think they're creating their own drama. Just the whole point. Number 3 again, huh? Well, if you check in last night's stream, you'll see that random.org rolled a 3 then as well. So random, huh, buddy? 1, 2, 3. That's going to be a roper. Wow, from Shambling Mound to roper, huh? I guess it was predictable. Oh my god. Dude, you are a hot mess. That's awesome. Do we have a roper ref? No, we don't. So let's go find... Let's go find a roper. D&D roper. You're great. Such a great little monster. So when you don't see color, you can color anyway by grabbing references and using the color references on the illustration that you're ganking, like this. Yeah, we'll just drop them over here. Whatever. I just need the color. F. We'll grab this as a base color. We'll melt that away for now. W. Get out of here. Close that up. Color. There. Now we can get down to here. See how this guy turns out. He's such a goofball. I love it. I am concerned my tokens might not be exuding the proper tone. I had an idea of like serious horror sort of element to it, but few of my campaigns, my episodes are far more like, I would say me running a game as a DM is kind of like watching an episode of Doctor Who with Tom Baker in it, where there's like this sense of tension, but it's not like real horror or like ghastliness. It's just, that's disturbing. I don't want to touch you. Let's just get away, with mad fits of violence in between. Instead of jelly babies, you're basically offering stabs. But yeah, I think that, I mean, a lot of my formative years when I was getting into creativity was Tom Baker was creating, was the actor where they were making new episodes of Doctor Who way back in the 80s. So that became a very strong touchstone for me, framing adventures and tension and risk. Whoa, what's up? Hey, Nitro. Oh, right on. Thank you. Yeah, it's I'm really happy with how the book turned out. Thanks, Nitro, for being a participant and helping make it cool. I don't think it would have been nearly as good if I didn't invest the time in playtesting stuff to make sure that the vibe was right. So, Nitro, I hope it serves you and your team well, and thanks a lot for all your testing and use of this Mabar adventure as well. It's just, I really appreciate you, Nitro. Thanks for dipping in real quick. I appreciate it. I hope your new gig works well for you. Yeah, I'd rather see you prospering in your own world than being here because it's a way for you to medicate any lack that you have in your life. If that makes any sense. I'd rather lose you knowing you're doing well than have you here because you're suffering. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. What a goofball creature. What a goofball. Alright, so that's a base. Let's grab that highlight there. Yeah, I love what lurkers, ropers, yeah, I think those are the two creatures that we have currently. Anyway, yeah, ropers and lurkers, those are, I think, are just fun creatures. I'm going to get this out of the way here. Hey, Karen, it's good to see you. The link down below has you can click through to that to find the Spelljammer book that I've been working on. It's published on DMsGuild at this point, and you can check out the free preview. No. Oh, maybe I need to be. That's a mood. Yeah. Maybe I need to bulk up at the back end here, I think. Might thicken that up some. Yeah, that actually is relevant. So let's do that. That actually feels better having this here. Yeah, it looks a little thin. I think it's a little bit better bulk, and then maybe a little more. Karen, you always seem so eye to eye with me on everything. Just a touch like that, but there we go. That should be good. Here. That feels better. Got my teepees there. Now let's go. I reference. I. That dink out of the way. You are correct. It's 7:30. Okay, I still got 20 minutes. We're doing good. so much fun. Such a fun shape. We can merge that down. Oh boy, if I make it bigger, it's gonna pixelate a little bit. No, it's you don't owe me anything. It's my honor to be able to have your attention. So, opt-in army, sister soldier. You be as you please. I just appreciate folks showing up and taking an interest in the shit that I do at all. To be perfectly honest. There we go. Highlight layer. Push out like that. Yeah, that feels good. We can go with that. Text. Yeah, yeah. Such fun monsters. God, I love drawing these things. Just adore the process. I start getting into the assembly side of the project, and it doesn't make, I think, for very fun content because I don't have the freedom to be able to speak off the cuff. Like the assembly work requires a lot more focus and concentration than just you know, creating art, just arting. Painting is different from assembly. The layout process is much more intense, and I'll end up falling into that mode again with this project once we get to that point. But it'll be a little while, I think. I believe that this adventure is broken into 3 acts, and I believe the first 2 acts are pretty much good to go. It's the last final act that I need to help lock down the editing for. Hopefully, I'll be able to. Yeah, that darker bit's nice. That contrast feels good. Just kind of peppering this stuff in. I'm gonna put a little pepper on it. Just a little pepper. Feels good. Feels right. Nice. Go down here like that.
Not bad. I think I'm kind of losing some definition in here. You know what? It might also, it may be almost time for me to merge these together and just start working them as a single layer. Let's check in on my tentacles real quick before I jump into any conclusions. Dark, light, good to go. Let's check in on my tentacles real quick before I jump into anything. Boom, 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 boom. That was the incorrect button. That was the filling button. There we go. This is pretty subtle. Go. Just like that. Pull this in like that a little bit. Yes. That all seems pretty good. Yeah, okay. So let's fuse that all together. Duplicate, merge the group, color. Let's fuse that all together. All right, single layer. There we go. We can start blending. Merf. That feels a little fat to me. Spin that up a bit. Go. So far, so good. So what? Seagulls say hello. I love Seattle. I love being able to go outside and smell brine in the morning. It just, oh, that saltiness smells so good. I hate swimming, but I love the water. They fight with the crows all the time. It's so fun. Roaring over trash in the parking lot. Merp. Just want to take the bite off of some of the line art just to blend it in a little bit. It's obviously very prominent out here on the tentacles, but once we get into the bulk of the body, it's a little more subtle. This is why I want to have a lot of separation of light and dark before I fuse the line art into the color, so that it retains the distinction. Makes it easy for me to be able to manipulate the whole blending effect. It feels pretty good. I like that. None of this is really planned out. It's just how the process flows. So I mean, you'll catch me still planning stuff. You know, contemplating my next move is typically how I label it these days. But I used to have to be a lot more methodical and conscientious about how I was building the assets, because the next step wasn't always as obvious as it is to me now. So now it's just easy for me just to flow from one part of the piece into the next without having to really break gate. It just kind of flows into the natural next step of things. But that's only because I've done similar works so often. I know how my workflow works. Once you know how your workflow works, you're pretty unstoppable. You just, build as you do. See, up here I was working the line art into the piece to help improve the quality of what's being depicted. But down here I'm specifically adding line in to create more separation, because that is where I'm creating better quality for the piece. Like, I don't need hard outlines on these teeth, these jagged teeth things, because the contrast of the environment, like the piece itself, is creating that outline. So, but if I don't mind having line art blend in with the color, then I can manipulate that relationship to create the most, I think, aesthetically pleasing piece that I can build. And getting rid of the strong, bold lines out here in the periphery helps slim down the appendage. So on this backside, I can leave the line art there and just smudge it in a little bit. As opposed to the leading edge, I want to delete it, make it fade into the highlight more. Since the background is white, I just need to make sure that there's enough contrast to keep it separated. Oh! Completely disintegrate that. There. There. I think I'm almost out of time. Man, the pixels are just absolutely flowing right now, man. I feel like I gained a level from publishing that Spelljammer book, because cracking through the rendering of these is just moving very easily. Hey, Tyler, right on, my guy. On the book, what's this about goats? My goat. That's awesome. Thanks, Ty. My goat. That's awesome. Thanks, Ty. Very, very close to done for the day. There's no lunch stream today. My work team had to shift game to today, so my lunchtime is going to be spent DMing instead of arting. I don't know if I'll have time to make up for it tomorrow. At worst, I'll do lunch on Friday, and of course, I'll be back tomorrow morning, just like this, to keep working on these tokens. And I'll be back on Thursday night, probably to start in on the next Spelljammer book. I don't want to. Thank you. I don't want to dive hard into revising the spell point system until I see what Wizards puts out in September. I don't know what is going to change, and I don't want to end up spending a couple months now on building out a book that I'm going to have to end up fixing in September, which is why I don't mind slow cooking the Martial Powers playtests. Have that run for a few months to make sure that I'm happy with it, because I think a lot of the concepts that we have in there are going to be edition proof, but I won't really know until whatever it is that they do publishes. But I think the premise behind martial powers is pretty solid. But the Spelljammer work is far more independent. It's vehicle combat. It's taking whatever it is that your character is and having them blend into the vehicle mechanics that are standalone. They don't really care about what individual character options are. It's about the characters, whatever they are, surrendering their normal character action economy and features to implement piloting. I'm using a lot of word salad right now. Don't mind me. That is to say, I think it's a safer go for me to lean into more Spelljammer assets for now while we wait for September to drop and see what new character options arise that may modify martial powers, so I can be casual about the Rumble Belt campaign and just let that breathe for a while for us to get to make sure that the power system vibes and just adapt it to whatever changes that they make the individual characters. I think that'll be a lot easier.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop for now. My day is about to begin. This is gonna get finished tomorrow morning, and then we'll roll into the next one. Boy, we're just clipping through these guys fast, man. Very, very happy with that. Hold on. There, just a little bit extra highlight there to make it glossy. Ah, I am happy with this, guys. That's very kind of you, Karen. It's very, very kind of you. For folks that know, when I do play testing, folks that are involved in the play tests, I generally give free copies too. So if folks have an interest in the work that I'm doing and they want to be a part of the play test, best way to get access to that is through my Patreon and to join my Discord. I'm going to go ahead and cut stream for now. I will work on this Roper some more in the morning. I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow morning and Thursday morning and Friday morning, and I will probably be back at lunch on Friday. We'll be back online on Thursday night as well, and then Saturday I might have a commission that I'm working on. I'm not 100% sure, but there's one in the wings. Right on, guys. I will see everybody on the other side. Thanks a lot for being here. Definitely check out the Spelljammer book. It is linked. Get out of the way. Down here. There you go. Spelljammer Combat and Exploration. Go ahead and grab that here at DMsGuild. It's got an extensive free preview. Extensive free preview. So check it out, and I'll see everybody on the other side. Thanks a lot.